Hello, this short video was created to introduce key ColumbusFood functionality that are enhancements built seamlessly in the Microsoft Dynamics NAV solution. We're going to focus these videos using dairy industry specific examples. This video will touch on ColumbusFood's dual units of measure and then post an example to see the results. Dynamics NAV allows for an item to have multiple units of measures. To start, there's a base unit of measure assigned to an item. This base represents a unit of 1. The other units of measures are associated to the base unit of measure through a conversion. In NAV, transactions can use any of these available units of measure. But it's ultimately the base unit of measure which is recorded. This is standard NAV. It may be because of a stocking or pricing reason that some dairy users require a second unit of measure and a quantity to be recorded as part of the base transaction. ColumbusFood has alternate unit of measure capabilities built seamlessly into Dynamics NAV. Alternate units of measure allow a second unit of measure to be defined and the second quantity to be recorded along with an item's transaction. This recording of a second quantity is in addition to the base unit of measure. This alternate unit of measure can be set to represent weight or volume, but typically as pounds. The item is then defined as fixed or catch weight. The default is fixed. With fixed, the system will auto-calculate the alternate unit of measure quantities based on the setup. This means no additional effort in data entry, because the system is using a standard. With catch alternate quantity set to yes, the item is now identified as a catch weight item, and the system will need to be given the actual quantities. This can be accomplished by either an end user or perhaps through a scale integration with NAV. This means there's additional effort in data capture, but the payoff is gained in the accuracy of the data. This fixed versus catch weight setup is at the item level. Also on the item level, there's an option to calculate the cost and/or price of the item at the base or alternate unit of measure level. And finally, when the catch alternate quantity is set to yes, there's a tolerance percentage which can be set. This gives a warning to the user when entering a quantity that is outside the tolerance percentage. Think of all the documents in an ERP system which require an item and quantity to be recorded. Sales and purchasing, output and consumption, transfer orders, physical journals and item journals, and finally warehouse movements like picks and putaways. With ColumbusFood's alternate unit of measure, the recording of that second quantity is seamlessly built into the NAV system. Let's move to an example. An NAV item journal is used to adjust inventory quantities by posting positive or negative entries. This journal is already set up for us with some key fields entered like the posting date, item number, and lot number. The first item is a fixed alternate unit of measure based on pounds. Each case was set at a standard weight of 12. So by entering a 3, the system automatically calculated the alternate unit of measure of 36 pounds. The next item is a catch weight item based on pounds. Each case was set at a standard weight of 12. However, the system will require the entry of the actual weight. The user enters the base unit of measure of 1 and the alternate unit of measure of 12.2, and so on. The next line will get an alternate unit of measure of 10.8. When we enter the final alternate unit of measure of 9, the system will display a warning. We have violated the tolerance percentage, and the system is asking us to verify our entry. This warning helps to ensure the accuracy on catch-weighted items. We'll say no to the warning, and we'll go back and adjust the quantity from 9 to 13. The system will accept the 13, and we can now move forward to posting the item journal transactions. When the system completes these postings, we can then look at the item ledger entry table. This table is used by NAV to hold information about quantities and will display both the base unit of measure and alternate unit of measure values that were posted. To see these entries, we'll use the ColumbusFood's item availability page. We discussed this page in detail during another video. Using filters, we can isolate our 3 entries at the item lot level. The item availability page will also allow us to drill down into the item ledger entry tables. Looking at the fixed weight item, we can drill down into the item ledger entries and see both the base unit of measure and the alternate unit of measure has been captured. For the two entries that represent our catch weights, the first entry shows the base unit of measure of 1 and the alternate unit of measure of 12.2. If we drill into the second entry, the item ledger entry table displays each of the base units of measure and the alternate unit of measure in detail. Thanks so much for taking time to view this video. We anticipate you may have more questions and look forward to hearing from you.